Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Football Focus. Hope you're all having a good day. It's absolutely roasting down here in London at the moment. Probably the same temperature where you're at as well. It's just absolutely roasting. In for a hot week this week. But we've got a few things we're going to touch on and talk about today. Mainly going to talk about this Sancho versus Eric Ten Hag feud that seems to be happening at the moment. So we're going to talk for a little bit about that. We'll talk a little bit about yesterday's game as well. And just take a quick overview of the Premier League fixtures that happened over the weekend. Talk about some of the notable games, wins and losses as well. So we'll just go with that. But let's start first and with this Sancho and Eric Ten Hag dilemma happening. I swear to God, guys, we are a high school. This club has more drama than a fucking high school. From the drama with Ronaldo last year to Maguire and his captaincy to Sancho to the Greenwood thing. There's always something happening at this club, and it just never seems to end. And this is just another cherry on top, right? A cherry on top of all the drama that has already happened and is still currently happening. But as you know, if you watched the game yesterday, Sancho was dropped, and Eric Ten Hag said that this was due to his level of performance in training. He's just not up to the standards in training. Now, you got to trust the coach on this one. He sees the players every day. And to be honest, Jadon Sancho, we'll start with like this side. Jadon Sancho does have a history of these kind of things happening, and I'll go through that just a second. Hold on. So this happened at Dortmund, and this happened as well with the England camp as well. So back at Dortmund in 2019, he admitted that he had made mistakes in not showing up for training or missing training, being late to training, things like that. So basically, back in Dortmund, I think 2019, Jadon Sancho came to training quite late a few times, and he used some of the similar vocabulary was used around this time. That Jadon, this is an exclusive from David Ornstein back in November 2019. Jadon Sancho felt humiliated and scapegoated and unprotected post Bayern loss. And then it goes on to list the current clubs interested in him. So this is not the first time it's happened. And then as well with the England camp, there has been loads of timekeeping issues with England's backroom staff for being late to team meetings. So Southgate did drop him and has not been called back up since 2021. So there's a common denominator here, and a thing that just keeps repeating is that Jadon Sancho shows up late to training. Maybe he does perform well, but he's not there on time to perform. So, and we all know Eric Ten Hag last year punished Garnacho during the preseason, punished Rashford last year for being late to meetings, even if it's just a few seconds late. If you're late, you're being benched or you're being dropped. End of story. Now, a few minutes, maybe about 30 minutes after that, after the information from Eric Ten Hag came out, Sancho did post a tweet, and I've got it right here for you guys. So it says, Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that are completely untrue. I've conducted myself in training very well this week, and I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time. That word again, for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players, and I'm grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge, and I'll continue to fight for this badge no matter what. So he came out with that basically about 30 minutes after Eric Ten Hag did his press conference post-match when he was asked why he didn't make the squad, basically calling Eric Ten Hag a liar. Sorry, my breath is a bit. Woo, sorry. Yeah, basically coming out saying that's what Eric Ten Hag said is not true. This is not good, guys. This is not good. Yeah, we have a problem with player power in this club, and players should not be coming out with tweets like this. Similar to, Harry Maguire was similar to when he was talking about his captaincy being removed. Just loads of player power, and now, due to what Sancho has tweeted, I'm sure he did not console anybody. He didn't run this through anybody. He just tweeted without sleeping on it, without thinking about it. And it came out. And now this could be the end of his career at Manchester United. And I would be surprised to see him in a Manchester United shirt again this season. I would maybe see maybe loan him out in January, or even the Saudi Arabian League is still open for another week or so. Maybe there's a deal to be done there. But I think he's done, guys. I don't see him playing for this team again. If anything, maybe in a Carabao Cup, or he will be playing for the under 23s. I think his career is officially done. And to be honest, guys, he's had several managers. They've all done similar things. He didn't really get a starting place under Ollie. Ralph Ragnick wasn't huge on him. There's been similar stories here with Sancho. So he's been through a few managers. None of them really fancied him. Eric Ten Hag didn't pay 75 million for this guy, so he's not an Eric Ten Hag player. So I think we knew Eric Ten Hag wanted to sell him in the summer, couldn't sell him in the summer because some dipshit gave him 375K a week, and paid 75 million for him when no other team was coming for him. Yeah, it's just the mess that we're in, and it keeps dragging this team down further and further. And you've got to feel for Eric Ten Hag on this one, guys. He's just not having a good time right now. Yeah. But, it is what it is. Let me know what you think down below. What's going to happen with Jadon Sancho, guys? Do you think he's going to stay at the club? Does he have a future at this club? I personally don't think so. I can see him being loaned out or even sold come January. And like I said, we still have the Saudi Arabian League is still open for another week. There could be a madness about to happen. But you can't come out, kind of call your boss a liar, say what he's been saying is not true. That just... If he allows that to slide, it kind of shows weakness, and that players can kind of get away with these things. He's going to put his foot down, and I would not expect Jadon Sancho to feature in all of this. And it's a shame. We could have sold him in the summer. Eric Ten Hag wanted to sell him. We could have made a good 40, 50 million quid and invest that into all the other problems that are surfacing right now in our team, like the defense. It's been a mess, guys. It has been a mess, and we're just getting more and more and more of a mess with things like this coming out. Our locker room is not safe. There's leaks happening everywhere again. Players unhappy, performances are down, and it's just becoming a whole shambles. And I fear for what this means for Ten Hag. We don't want him to go, but if this is going to keep happening, I think he could either walk, or maybe it could come down to them downing tools yet again, and him being gone. And we cannot let that happen, guys. The players have got to be accountable for what they do on and off the pitch and need to perform in training. And they know if they don't, they will be dropped. So he's got to treat them the same way he's treated everybody else and not give them any special attention. He's already given them enough special attention. Now he needs to get on and do his fucking job. All right? How about you do that? There's been sources inside the club as well that said that Jadon Sancho hasn't really repaid all the work they have done for him. He went away for a few months last year to work on his mental health. They've done a lot of work with Jadon Sancho behind the scenes, and there's a growing feeling within the club that he has not repaid and will not repay what the club have given him. And I can 100% agree with that. Very on and off performances. It's very rare for him to have a very good performance. I can't remember the last one. Doesn't score many goals, doesn't set up many goals. And it's just, yeah, I think it's time for him to go. And it looks like that time will come very soon. Anyway, let me know what you think down below about Jadon Sancho. Will he or will he not leave Manchester United probably in January? Will he play again for Manchester United? That's the big one. So yeah, Jadon Sancho, man. What a shame. What could have been, right? What could have been. Now, let's talk a little bit about this game and the repercussions of this game, guys. We're in a hole now. We literally have Harry. Well, I think Lindelof was ill. I don't know what's going on with Martinez. I heard it might be just precautionary. He just felt some pain in his foot and wanted to come off. Didn't want to hurt it anymore, so he might not be out for too long. But if they are, guys, we are stuck with Harry Maguire and a dude that could be my grandpa in Johnny Evans. Dude is old, cannot move, is a plank of wood. You saw he couldn't even he had a year's time to get over to Declan Rice to stop that shot and couldn't make it over. I don't know what the hell is happening, guys. We've been really cursed with injuries this season. I don't know if that is a result of just bad training, fitness. I don't know. I know a lot of injuries like muscle injuries, hamstring injuries can come from just not training well, not taking care of your body well. So I don't know what's happening. Don't know what Martinez is. I think it could be his foot injury again, so I can't blame him on that. But damn, guys, we are just dropping like bricks, man. I thought we actually played quite well. I thought we held possession pretty well. I thought we played better than Arsenal that game for the majority of the parts. And it's just when these little things don't go our way, our heads just drop and things go for the worst. And I don't know how we fix that. And I honestly think if we didn't have those defensive injuries and problems, we would have finished that game fine. Either a draw, a win. I would have been totally fine with the draw, but that just wasn't the case. But Eric Ten Hag needs to find a way. It's another thing that Eric Ten Hag really desperately needs to work on is this disgusting excuse for away form we have at the moment. I don't get how we go a few years ago from being the best away side, not losing an away, rarely losing an away form under Ollie, to not ever being able to win an away game. It's a shame, guys. I don't know how it is. And we thought we did pretty well yesterday to do that, or at least get a draw, and we just can't do it. We just keep losing. Keep losing to boneheaded, juvenile, childish mistakes because we have two planks of wood in defense that can't do a fucking thing. And we keep going on. Oh, I see people saying that the transfer window was a 7 out of 10, a 6 out of 10. Guys, now it's like a 4 or a 3 out of 10. We brought in some good players, yes. Onana, Højlund, who was injured. Mount, who is now injured. Amrabat, who we haven't seen yet. Who cares about Reguilon? A goalkeeper. We brought in some players, guys. It wasn't about the players that we brought in. We needed to sell players. We needed to get some of these guys out, and we did nothing. Eric Bailly's still here. Donny van der Beek is still here. Harry Maguire's here. Scott McTominay's here. We turned down $60 million for Maguire and McTominay. There's so many players still here that shouldn't be here, and some won't go. But we don't have a backbone to sit. We don't have a backbone to sit on that we can't be like, you are going, you're done, you're not playing out. We've got an offer, take it, go. We don't have the balls to do these types of things anymore. We have no power. All the players have the power. So yeah, I think the transfer window was fucking terrible, guys. Just mainly due to the players we couldn't get out. And we didn't get out. I'll throw Anthony Martial on that list and Jadon Sancho. We could have got rid of those guys and made our front line, our midfield even better. Amrabat would have been in by now, but no. We have two incompetent people. We have two incompetent owners, six incompetent owners. Two, Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh, fucking useless as well. It's just insane. We need a complete clear out of everyone top to bottom, man. We need a recruiting system to get players in and to get players in better and faster. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, guys, I don't want to take too long today. So anyway, let's talk. Let's just run through the fixtures and stuff that happened over the weekend. I got them right here. Came kind of big. Hold on. There we go. Not many surprise. Only a couple surprises. I want to talk about Brighton and Newcastle, guys. Do you think we should start questioning Eddie Howe? I love Eddie Howe, guys. I think I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe. I want him to coach England. At one point, I even wanted him to coach Manchester United. I love him. But yes, he's had a tough run of games, but this Brighton Newcastle game was not good. They did not perform at all. And I think he's coming under pressure. One win from 4 wins now from 4 games. It's just not looking good for Newcastle. I did have him finishing in second, and that's not looking good right now, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Let me know. I mean, Eddie Howe, guys, he could be under some serious pressure. And I think for Newcastle to want to take that next step, and that Champions League group that they have is no joke, definitely a group of death. I think I could see them sacking Eddie Howe at some point if these wins don't start coming, if the performances don't get better with the investments they made, and get a better coach and one that can handle the Premier League and a Champions League. So, yeah, Eddie Howe could be under a bit of pressure. It'll be interesting to see over the next few weeks the results they get once they get back from the international break. So, I was surprised, Brighton and Newcastle. Not Brighton just keep tearing it up, guys. They're very impressive, man. I could see if Newcastle going for a De Zerbi. I wonder who's going to snatch that dude up because he's working miracles at Brighton. It's not like they're going out and buying the best players. They're getting these unknown players and they're playing like absolute gangsters, man. And they don't lose. They don't lose their style. They could get rid of a Caicedo, a McAllister, bring in a couple more guys, and nothing changes. They're still putting 3, 4, 5 past everybody, playing with fluidity, with passing. Like their passing is unbelievable. It's just the setups for goals are great. So I'm interested to see where De Zerbi is going to end up, guys. Let me know. Where do you think De Zerbi will end up? Because I don't think he's going to be at Brighton for much longer. And then the other one was Liverpool Aston Villa. God, fucking hate Liverpool. Well, actually, no, there's almost one more game we'll talk about. Fucking hate Liverpool. I thought Aston Villa would be up for the fight a bit more. I don't know. They seem like a very Jekyll and Hyde team this year, Aston Villa. They'll either dominate or get their ass whooped. And I know they had a midweek game for the Conference League against, I think it was Hibernian. Smashed them on aggregate like 8-0. That's no excuse to lose 3-0 to Aston Villa. Look, I'm a Manchester United supporter. I can't really talk about excuses to lose to Liverpool, but I just thought Aston Villa would show up a bit more. And to be honest, on Liverpool, I don't give a shit about what they do, but that Sazbalai guy, absolute G, bro. That dude is going to be money. I like him. I'm going to keep my eye on him and see how he develops over the coming time. But I think he might be a perfect player for Liverpool, and I hate saying that. Now, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. You know, things aren't bad for us if we compare it to Chelsea at the moment. We are both in shit situations. They have a crazy ownership situation of him buying everyone that he can get his hands on, and we have an ownership doing the exact opposite. Both in the same boat. Chelsea a bit lower than us, but we're both in the same boat, both in complete ruts. But yeah, did not expect Nottingham Forest to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and couldn't be better than one of ours, Anthony Alonga scoring the goal. Total Nottingham Forest style goal, but it's just, yeah, Pochettino, guys. I don't know. I wonder if he'll get as much time as Graham Potter or even more because they did want him for a while, but I don't know if the fans will take to him as long. He was a Spurs guy. But maybe Poch's level is like a Spurs or a Brighton or a West Ham. Maybe it's not a top level like a Chelsea or a PSG. Who knows? It's not looking good. I think they have moments where they look great, and Raheem Sterling is getting a bit better and looking, a better player than he was last year. But they have no one to put the ball in the back of the net. They're still shaky at the back. It's a very young team, so they're going to have to take time to develop. Pochettino should get that time. Very, very young team, very raw team. No, not much experience in there other than Thiago Silva, really. So, but it is nice seeing them lose. I always love seeing Chelsea lose. But anyway, guys, that's just a quick roundup of the Premier League. Nothing crazy. Oh yeah, Tottenham scoring 5. Postecoglou looking good, but will he sustain that? I'm not too sure. 5 goals against Burnley is not that big of a deal. Burnley play wide open like a team like Swiss cheese, holes everywhere. So yeah, we'll see what Tottenham can do when they start getting into like a let's play like a Liverpool or a Man City. So, but hey, they're doing pretty well, ain't they? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. I've got a lot of stuff to do this evening, so I'll see you a bit later for some. I got some more videos coming out this week. Some more top 5 stuff, and just more news-ish videos. But yeah, looking at some, some reasons why we're in the situation that we are.